So this video is for my Eskrima students. I'm going to be posting this on YouTube. But one of the things you've heard me say before with Eskrima is that we want to be able to do these techniques spontaneously. Because in a real fight, you're not going to know what angle they're going to throw at you. And you've also heard me say before too is that you need to develop what's called angle recognition. And the more you work with Eskrima, the better your angle recognition will become, the quicker you'll recognize the angle. And then what will happen is you'll be able to respond with the appropriate counter. Now, we have something called spontaneous counters where I can throw strikes. Today we're going to throw, or I'll start off with strikes 1 through 5 and then I'll go 1 through 12. But if you're a beginner, white or gold, 1 through 5 would be what you would have to do spontaneous counters for. Okay? And then everybody after that, you got to do counters 1 through 12. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be your partner today in your home, or maybe put up your phone or whatever. I'm going to be your partner and I'm going to feed you the angles so you can see them. And then what you can do on the other side is you can do your counters. Maybe inside block, maybe outside block, maybe a brace block, or if it's a 4 you can do drop block, or the 5's coming in. Okay, so it really doesn't matter what counter you do. Now the better you get, you'll have more variety on what you can pull off when you're doing these. But right now, I'm just going to feed you angles 1 through 5. We'll start off nice and slow. I'm going to make them really obvious too in the beginning. All right? And they're going to be out of sequence. I might even double up. Now, if you don't have enough time to do the whole counter, that's fine. What I'm looking for is just the blocks, right? Because right now we're concentrating on just the blocks. And if this is a little too fast for you, rewind the video. Do it again. And again. Pretty soon, you'll find this is becoming easier and easier, right? Good. All right, so now what I'll do is I'll slow down a little bit so you can do the entire counter, all right? We'll do maybe 6 strikes. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed it up a little bit for our more advanced students. Okay, if you're not advanced or this is too much for you, then just rewind the video and go to the beginning and work it over and over. All right, so we're going to go a little bit faster with those 1 through 5 now. Like I said, this is for blue sash and up. Jerome should have no problem with this because he's like super fast anyway. Ronnie's fast too. I was about to feed an angle 6. Good. All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to do angles 1 through 12. Like I said, white sashes, you guys don't know these counters yet, so don't worry about that yet. Maybe go back to the beginning of the video and just watch the 1 through 5. But now, I can do any angle 1 through 12. Are we ready? Here we go. Don't forget 12 is kind of sneaky. Speeding up now. You may be able to only get one strike off. It's fine. You're learning to recognize those angles. Your brain is being trained right now. There's an 8. Ooh, there was an 8. There's another 8. 9, 5, 6, 11, 12. That's it. 2, 1, 3, 4. Very good. All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to deliver what's called a double beat. This is even more advanced. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to deliver 2 quick strikes, and then I'm going to pause. So your job is to defend those 2 quick strikes and then do some follow-ups. Remember, your follow-ups can be simple stuff. It could just be a downward figure 8, okay? Or you could mix in other more advanced stuff. So maybe I could do a number 2 and 1 abanico 1. Or I could do a 3 and I could strike, and then maybe throw a puño strike in there. Okay, we want to have variety in our movements. So now I'm going to throw a double beat sort of attack. Now, I'm going to do triple beats. So I'm going to give you 3 fast strikes for you to deal with. Remember, in order to respond quickly to those angles of attack, stay centralized. Make sure your stuff isn't getting way out here, because if it's way out here, you're going to have problems responding to those quick angles. All right, so now I'm going to give you 3 quick attacks. Your job is to block all 3 and counter on the 3rd one. Here we go. That one might have been a little tricky. All right, so spontaneous counters, this is a way for you to work this at home. And don't forget, you should be training your basic counters on your own regardless, because you want to have those really well ingrained into your mind so that when those angles that you don't realize are coming, you don't have to think too much about it. You can respond quickly.